road, boys, deeper in the groove. Rolling down the highway with Premay on the move. Rolling sure and steady, each job large or small. No challenges beyond us, and Premay does it all. Through all kinds of weather, through all stormy skies, Premay gets the job done, no matter what the size. So if it needs moving and you want a steady hand, call the team from Premay, we're the best in all the land.
I'd like to inquire about a permit here. I need a permit.
Based on 60? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, we have to look after tomorrow.
Okay, Jim.
Good afternoon, Premay Equipment.
Yeah, 1988 was quite a year. Biggest project we ever had.
They're on Monday.
Highland Valley Copper had bought a disused mill and wanted to move it to their existing facility a few miles down the road.
Yeah, they'll be there within the next, about 40 minutes. You betcha.
Well, we've got the equipment availability all scheduled. There's no problem with equipment for the job as far as craneage, gantries, hydraulic trailer equipment. It's all scheduled in for this job.
Moving thousands of tons of expensive equipment and a building of 2.5 million cubic feet just doesn't happen every day.
Arranged on the gantry also.
But it's the kind of thing we just love to get our teeth into.
What's the maximum?
We subcontracted a firm of consulting engineers, got all the figures right, and won the contract with the best bid on the table. The existing gravel road had to be widened and upgraded to accommodate loads 100 feet wide and weighing a couple of thousand tons. But we had to live with the corners and 10% downgrades in moving the entire mill 1,000 feet down in elevation drop. Each load had individual design specifications depending on load dimension and total weight. More important was the different distributions of weight. So a set of load-spreading steel was installed on the deck of the Shirley to spread all loads evenly throughout the length of the transporters.
I've got it up to about 50 to 20 right now.
Some highly original bracing and cross cabling ensured that no undue stress would wreck such valuable cargoes during transit. Offloading and installation at the job site was fairly straightforward, but each one had to be handled differently. The only way it could be done effectively was to bring in our 1,200-ton gantry crane. We set each mill as it came in, and then relocated the gantry as required to set the next one. Jacking saddles, cribbing, sole plates, and bearings. Just about every type of equipment and technique was used. And as the site crews were installing each component, we were hauling in another load. Altogether, I guess we brought in 7,000 or 8,000 tons, plus a few thousand tons of our own equipment to make it all happen.
should do though, just leave them hooked up. Let them go ahead and backwards. If we've got to go this way, they can back up.
This half of the flotation building weighed 1,500 tons with poured concrete floors and block walls still intact on 70 lines of Shirley transporter rolling along at a steady walking speed.
Okay, over there. You straight around us all right?
Pulling power was provided by two 8x8 turbines and an 849 Kenworth, equipped with planetary rear ends and torque converter transmissions. For the uphill grades, the extra power was drawn from 3 D9 cats and a pair of D8s. Those cats were vital, especially on downgrades, to hold back such a colossal weight. With 14 corners and most of the journey up and downhill, every stage was accomplished with surprising precision, bang on schedule. You know, it was a bit like a military operation, with so many independent units having to follow the most complex instructions. Close communication was essential. All obstacles were foreseen and corrective measures factored into the overall design plan. Positioning on site was quite an operation in itself. With the advantage of unique steering capabilities on the Shirley transporter selected for the job, we were able to move one end sideways as we jockeyed each half of the building to align exactly with all the preset anchor bolts.
Yeah, well, they were all getting ready. So they kept bumping them off.
From one site to another, anchor bolt to anchor bolt in 18 or 20 hours. After the modules were spotted, roof and wall sections were reinstalled to enclose the concentrator building that contained all the mills and conveyor systems. Transport steel from modules was then removed to change module back to a building. In addition to the large mills and building moves, we disassembled, hauled, and assembled about 2,500 tons of miscellaneous material. Yeah, pretty big operation. A multi-million-dollar project, but we completed it in 6 months on time and on budget. Most important, we beat the oncoming winter and saved Highland Valley Copper 14 months in construction time. At the time, there was those who doubted the job could be done at all. Kind of nice to prove them wrong. Yes? Okay, could you have them hold a minute, please? Thanks. But that was 1988. Right now, I have a half a dozen new projects on the go, and all of them just a little bit different. We're even looking at a big hauling project from Japan via the Arctic down the Athabasca River. So if you've got a job you think can't be done, give us a call.
So if it needs moving and you want a steady hand, call the team from Premay. We're the best in all the land.